Hey guys, okay, this experience happened a couple months ago. I don't know the exact date, but whatever. That's besides the point. Um, so I go to sleep at my mom's house, and Christ comes to me and says, "Your dad's coming to talk to you today." Oh, I think it was Father's Day. Father's Day, yeah. Not Father's Day, but it was close to Father's Day. Anyway, he said, "Your dad's coming to talk to you." I said, "All right, cool, whatever." So she shows up and he's above me, looking at me sleeping like everybody else. They always gotta be above you. Christ, the regent priests, your daughter, your kids, they're always above you, no matter what. Unless you go into the light. Like if I go up to 13, level 13, well, they start to balance out. And if I go up to 16, I don't even want to be there because it's so messed up physiologically. They are down below also, and I'm above them. It's crazy. But I'm laying in bed sleeping, and I think I'm in the Legion because I'm being protected there. Ain't no one gonna fuck with the Legion. And I saw the where you eat where all the Legion people eat. It's crazy. Bunch of war guys eating. That's what they're all dressed in fatigues and gear and war gear and stuff, and they're eating cafeteria. Yeah, it's like a jail cafeteria, huge cafeteria. And I just go in there and drink coffee all day and hang out with people and talk to them because I can't leave because I got bad guys after me. Anyway, so that was one experience. I'll make a video about that experience. It ain't very long, so I didn't bother making it. But anyway, my dad comes, he goes, "Hey," he goes, "Hey Rich, how you doing?" And I'm like, "All right." So we're talking, shooting shit. Everybody's watching the conversation and how I react. That's what Jesus is doing. Jesus is watching how I react. Jesus is taking in the whole, looking for secrets in the conversation. And anyway, we got talking. He goes, "What's new? What's new with you?" And I said, "Well, not much. I'm living here. Jesus told you everything. So, but the only new thing is thinking about getting my gun license." And then everybody went, "Oh," they're all talking and buying a gun, a shotgun, an assault shotgun. I'll show you the picture of it. I can't get it in Canada, I don't think, but it's the one I want. It's the one I want. Maybe if I can find it. There it is. Spaz 121. I think there's a Spaz 120 we can get in Canada, or a 20 or something like that you can get in Canada. But that's the one I shoot Chris with, my neighbor. Blast his face off. And that's the one I want in reality. And I think you can get them uh Spaz 120 or combat or whatever. It's 12 gauge pump action and automatic or semi-auto. I don't know. The rules change all the time in Canada, so whatever. Anyway, or I'm gonna get some other gun, a rifle, like a nice fucking rifle, assault rifle. but I gotta get my license and I ain't got it yet. So anyway, we got talking about that. He said, "Oh yeah, no big deal. It's just something I'm thinking of doing." With Daryl's got his license. Daryl's got guns, so I'm like, fucking right, might as well. We can go and shoot at the range and stuff and prepare for zombie land, which is almost here. The only two things I'm preparing for, I can't do nothing with them other than go to the range. But if the economy collapses and the police take off, there's no more police. Yeah, I'm gonna need more than guns, a lot more. And but guns will help considerably. That's about the only thing I would ever use them for. If the economy collapses, all hell breaks loose. No more police. The police are running. Fuck. Anyway, besides the point. Tell you what happened here. And we talked more about, stupid shit. And then topic turned around to war. Why do you need your gun license and all that? And it was like all about war. And I'm like, where the hell? Why? I didn't bring up the subject. Somehow I'm not I defend myself against the Chris in the air conditioner. I'm killing that fucker in the spirit world. And probably because I shot Jesus Christ. Well, they were Jesus Christ, and I shot them, but they had their Christ taken away for abusing me. Christ is not supposed to do that. And I knew it instinctively. Christ doesn't suck your dick. The period. And what he did to me, you don't even want to know. I told you most of it on the video here. Loogie man and fuck. I shot that fucker up. Boy, and other guys. This Loogie man was the worst. There's another guy, I don't know his name. He was a Jesus Christ. He ain't no more. He's doing 175 years in prison for what he did to me. That's the New York. He lived in New York and he killed people and he buried the bodies. He put the bodies under a bridge. That's all I know. And I seen it. I seen that. I had the vision. I had the vision of that when I was in his manger. They don't think they can see. They don't think I can interpret energies and visions. When Christ puts you in a manger, you can access all his shit. His devious shit. And I knew that. Well, he caught me. All hell break loose for fucking 4 or 5 months. Fucking brutal. Almost killed me. That fucker. Almost killed me. Anyway, we go to war and Jesus Christ said, yeah, Rich, by the way, I wrote a book about you and Daniel Boone, all your warring stuff and Daniel Boone with Daniel Boone. I go, what? He goes, yep. Because we were talking about Daniel Boone because my dad didn't know shit. Now that he's dead, he wants to know about Daniel Boone. He didn't know I was Daniel Boone. I didn't know I was Daniel Boone. My dad thought when you die, you die. Well, now he's dead. You don't die. He found out because I told him that I was Daniel Boone in a past life, and I was at war, the Revolutionary War, the war against the English, which was whatever it was. the French Indian War down south, and I killed 48 people. Plus, I killed within the 48 people. I killed bad guys. I was an assassin for God, basically. That's what I did. It's a long story. I'll get into it later. I got more coming up because I bought Daniel Boone books off of Amazon to find out about him. And man, I'm flipping out. And I got some details. Like I had visions and everything. I'm gonna tell you all about it, but not right now. Anyway, Christ said he wrote a book, and I'm in it, a chapter or two or three or four or whatever, about me and my shit and the whole sequence of I was an Indian for many lifetimes. Then I was Daniel Boone in the same area, Missouri, Kentucky. I was an Indian in Missouri and Kentucky around those times. And, you know, states are southern, western states. Then I was a white man shooting the fucking Indians. And I was an Indian before that. And now I'm Richard sitting here in fucking Chatham. And he wrote a book about it, about all the how a man could be an Indian in one lifetime, and the next lifetime be Daniel Boone, a white guy. And I wasn't a racist. I had black friends. In the books, it tells you my best fucking friends were black. My best fucking friends were Indians. I saved Indians who were fucking killing me, who were out to fucking scalp me, chop my head off, and start a fire on my chest. That's what they're gonna do because they caught me. They didn't even know who I was. Just a white guy, and we caught him. We're gonna burn him up alive. Fuck that, and I got away. Anyway, I had Indian friends at the time. The chief Black Hawk, look in the history books of Daniel Boone. Me and him had a weird ass relationship. Weird ass relationship. But we didn't kill each other. I didn't kill him. He didn't kill me, but he tried to kill me. And when he attacked Boonesboro, fuck. It was war, man. It was war. People died in that shit. Both sides. Boonesboro. And I had a vision about Boonesboro. Fuck. Crazy from the book. I'll tell you about that in another video. So he wrote a book. Christ wrote a book about all this aspects about lifetimes and how I relate or how the human relates to it. And it's called, and in the name of the book gives it away about all the lifetimes of being a black man. I was a black man in Africa a long time ago. A black man, an Indian, a white man, all in the same fucking, well, the Indian and whites, all the same country, Kentucky, Missouri. And I went to Detroit. Yeah, I was held prisoner. The Indians took me prisoner. We went to Detroit where fucking whatever General Schmuck tried to release me, and I said no, fuck you. So I went. The Indians took me away because he was the enemy. He was the enemy. I was nice about it, but I said no, fuck you. So we went. The Indians started taking me back down somewhere in the southern states, Kentucky area, and I escaped and went to Boonesboro, I think. And they tried to kill me. It was hell. And I'm slowly having visions about that as time goes on. and I'll make a video about it. But it's so much. There's so much. Anyway, I'm talking to my dad about all this. Jesus wrote a book about all that, about how black people, white people, and Indians, and he's using me as an example because he knows I was an Indian and I got killed in 1700s by a white guy. Then I was Daniel Boone. Now I'm me, a white guy. So you see, it's pretty, and the abuse, and the book is called Abuses of War. Abuses of War. And he gave my dad a copy, and a signed copy by Jesus Christ. He gave my dad a copy, and he gave me a copy. It's sitting on a bookshelf in Spare World somewhere. I don't know where. And that's all about the abuses. Because once you have abuses, all your enemies, when they die and you die, you all go to your separate places. But in my case, as Daniel Boone, when I died, I lived in St. Lucian with the fucking priestess who died as Daniel Boone, who's driving me nuts now, who thinks she's my soulmate. Then I got contusion. Contusion looks like Blackbeard off of Popeye. Big ass motherfucker. Big ass motherfucker. And I shot him when I shot that fucking colonel, and I think I know his name. I think, because it mentions it in the book. I shot the colonel. I pulled out a bow and arrow and I shot contusion in the face. He wasn't called contusion. And I shot a blonde guy with blonde hair. I don't know who that was. But anyway, I shot those. We were having a meeting and I was Daniel Boone and I fucking saw that. I still have his eyes burning in my head, that fucking colonel guy. And that was assassin. I literally assassinated him. And Boone mentions it because Boone mentions it in the book with his writings. And there's an experience Boone had where he's out bear hunt. He was out exploring. Him and a black guy, they were buddies. They were out exploring, and one day this buffalo, the black guy wrote about his experience, and it's in the book. The buffalo were charging just because we shot one of them, or no, they did. I don't think we shot them. They were coming at us, and this fucking huge buffalo, the first one of the herd, was coming across the plains, coming across a meadow, right at us. The black guy was freaking out, and he's crying and everything. And I took the one shot I had because I only had a one shot gun, a musket, I don't know, whatever it was. And when he got really close to me, I fucking shot him right in the head, blew his fucking head off, and the fucking body came right up to us. And before that happened, I prayed to God. I said, "Oh God, I'll never do hits again. I'll never." I said, I gave away my secret. This is what it was, and this is what the black guy saw and heard. I said, "Oh God, make this happen, because we're gonna die. We're gonna get hit by these fucking buffalo." And I said something to the effect of, "Oh God, I'll never assassinate somebody or bad guys again." And that's what Boone said. And the guy, the black guy, related to me. And I got his name. It's in the book. It's fucking fabulous. It's fucking fabulous. And when I read that, the black guy didn't know what I was talking about when I said it. But I was praying to God, saying, I'll never assassinate people again. meaning I'll never assassinate the people who are abusing other people. You know what I mean by that is people in war and the general fucker that I shot and other people deserve to die because they're raping and pillaging their own people. And it talks about that too in the fucking book. 2 or 3 generals were doing this kind of shit. Well, I fucking shot one of them, assassinated him, and nobody said nothing. My militia, the militia, because I was a commander or something of the militia that I was with, and we were fucking tough motherfuckers. They built Boonesboro, their militia, all of it, man. They're fucking tough. And it would kill us. It would kill us. All you fucking snowflake, Ottawa, skinny jeans motherfuckers. Forget about it. You'd be dead within a week. But anyway, I'm just saying, from then to now, there's no comparison. None. You gotta be built for that shit. Anyway, the fucking where was I? The bad guys, they killed their own people, for lack of a better word, and raped and pillaged the houses and blamed it on the bad guys. I wasn't having it, so I fucking shot them. And that's what I did. And I didn't give a fuck what color your skin was. The fucking general I shot, and he was in an English coat. So, he was in some kind of dress uniform. He mentions he was in full dress uniform in the book, the general. Now, I forgot the general. I got to write all this down and figure it out. But crazy. Anyway, abuses of war. That's what the book's about. From Daniel Boone to now, and how it affects me now, and how I am spiritual, and I'm shooting bad guys in Christ in the spirit world from my body, and I have to be protected because I'm at war with all these fucking losers. They're all found guilty for raping me and whatever. Fuck. Then we talked about my dad, not this time, found out about the ETs, and he had experience with the ETs in the house with me on Earth. He was affected by the ETs coming to visit me, and he wants to know about them. So we have yet to have that powwow, but we're gonna have it from what Cray says. Anyway, and that's what we talked about. So the whole point of this video is Cray's book, and I'm in it, and it's about Richard being an Indian in Kentucky, Missouri. I was Cheyenne, the last life, when I got shot by the 3 white guys. I was Cheyenne. But the Cheyenne moved down into the southern states because the English were fucking killing everybody up there. So they said, fuck that. We're almost dead. So we went down to the southern states. Well, some of us did. And that's where they killed me, the 3 white fucking slug humans. Then I was born right after that, within a 50-year period, as Daniel Boone. And here I am shooting the fucking Indians. And the French and the whites and the blacks and anybody. I didn't shoot too many black people. I don't think I shot one. But I know I shot a lot of fucking white people. I shot a lot of fucking Indians. Only because they declared the Indians, not all of them, decided to war with the British and the French. Well, they're part of the fucking enemy, and I'm in this Revolutionary War or the war of fucking independence, Civil War, not the Civil War, the fucking War of Independence, 1776 shit, I think it's called, and I'm in the middle of that. And I'm shooting the fucking French and the fucking British and the fucking Indians. Anybody who fucking was on the bad side trying to take control. And they took me to the fucking Detroit. Detroit. Did you know Detroit? Detroit. Detroit. It's called Detroit. 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 Said, Detroit. It's fucking French. It's the fucking French. Anyways, the British took over the French and called Detroit. And they lost it, I think, but they kept the name. I don't understand it all. And the war 1812. Fucking crazy, man. And I was involved in it all. I went to Detroit, which was a wooden, like Boonesboro, but bigger. I went there, and the British wanted to free me, so they offered the Indians a whole bunch of silver coins, or something. Some kind of deal went on. You have to read it in the book. You can read it online probably, but I said no. Fucking, I can never pay you back. Fucking, don't bother. Plus, they're a fucking enemy. I'm out there fighting against them. So if I'm away from the Indians who captured me, if the British took me away, the fucking British would have just fucking killed me. So I decided, no, okay, I'll stick with the Indians. Thank you. And the Indians didn't want fucking silver. So we left. And I escaped when we crossed the fucking. We got out of the Great Lakes, went into Pennsylvania or whatever, and Kentucky, New York State or whatever it was. And I escaped, went back to Boonesboro and my wife and got caught again. But that was one. And my dad, that's what we talked about. And I really didn't know much about Daniel Boone, like consciously. So I said, for all further Daniel Boone stuff, I've had visions to my dad. I'm saying, for all further Daniel Boone stuff, report to my fucking report to Jesus Christ, because ask Jesus Christ. Don't fucking ask me, because all I got is 100,000 little bits and pieces spread all over the place. So I'm reading books trying to fucking understand what's recorded in history and what wasn't recorded in history. And there's a lot that wasn't recorded in history, like me shooting that fucking colonel. Fucking, he must have been 5 yards away, or 3 to 5 yards away, because his horse was coming up the side of the building. It wasn't that far away. It was right there. It was right there. And I saw him, and he came up, and he had these beady fucking eyes, and he looked like a Roman soldier, fucking muscle. And I'm like, blew his head off, killed contusion, and contusion is in St. Lucian with the priestess. And before I was born, I'm fighting contusion. I'm fighting with contusion. I'm fighting with other people that I killed in the fucking war. I didn't find this out till fucking priestess came. She dated contusion. He didn't kill her. Somebody else killed priestess in Daniel Boone time. I can go on for an hour. I ain't gonna quit, but I'll fucking make a video when I get it all sorted out. Well, most of what I can. All right, so there you go. Oh, did I tell you? My dad lives. Yeah, this is a fucking part I wanted to fucking tell you. My dad lives in. My dad died, and he lives in Queen City, way over on the other side of the ocean in Europe. They got a huge city that's probably bigger than London, England. London. It's called Queen City. And Queen City. I think I've been there, but I don't remember. I had no vision. And he lives in a town called Seabreeze along the sea. So there you go. My dad lives in Queen City, Europe, England. It looks London, England, but it's called Queen City. And a suburb city of Queen City is called Seabreeze. He lives in a little city called Seabreeze, which is a partner of the bigger city. Fucking whatever. But that's it. So this is what you get to look forward to when you die. My dad died, and I asked Jesus, where does he live? He lives in Queen City, and Jesus told me it's like London, England, but bigger. And he lives along the ocean. And in another city, village called Seabreeze. I've been to a bunch of pubs in England, pubs, but I haven't been. I don't know what they were called or whatever. And I remember it consciously in my head, spiritually going there and having a good time, getting drunk with the boys. And here I am, here we are fighting the British, Americans, it's the Americans fighting the British. And then you're still friends with the British afterward. When you die, you're friends with the British and you're enemies with the British. The people you killed, they're enemies with you. And it's all clusterfuck. And that's what the book was about. Jesus is giving the people the abuses of war. And it's still going on today. And I'm just a little tiny little piece of it. But at least I can talk about it to you guys. And that is that. Later.